Definitely something here in the eyes.
Just see it. I.
Oh, it's awful. I'm usually not bothered by it, so. Yes, sir. I don't mean.
Whenever you're ready. You're on. So it's 6 o'clock on April 14th, and I'm going to call the city council meeting to order. If everyone would please rise for the pledge of allegiance.
April 20th.
April 28th, I'm sorry. Amended,
Amended, yes.
Okay,
Sorry.
my bad. April 28th. I pledge
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
May be seated. Okay. Okay, clerk, if you'll call the roll, please.
Smith,
Here.
Arcano, absent, Ferguson,
Here.
Wolfvale,
Here.
Burbank, here, Green, absent.
Okay. Council members, I'm sorry, go ahead. Excuse me.
Move to excuse Councilmember Arcano and Green.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries.
Thank you. Okay, agenda modifications. We have a amended to an amended modification of the agenda. So if there's any additions or corrections or deletions in addition to those from council? No?
Move to approve the amended agenda as presented.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries.
Thank you. Agenda item number 5 is announcements, appointments, and presentations. Tonight, I have an appointment for the Planning Commission that I would like to proceed with. Okay. So I would like to make the following Planning Commission appointments. And all 3 of the Planning Commission appointees are here tonight. If anyone has any questions for any of them, let me know. Jim Hall with a term expiration of April 28th, 2030. Kira Woolfield with a term expiration of April 28th, 2030. And Nikki Slominski with a term expiration of April 28th, 2030. I'll entertain a motion.
Motion to approve Jim Paul, Kira Wolfville, Nikki Solinsky for Planning Commission.
Second.
It's been moved and all those in favor?
Motion carries.
Thank you. At this point in the council meeting, we have public comments. Public comment time is a time for you to have interaction, for you to give information to the council. They'll be listening, they'll take notes, but they will not be responding to your comments. So if there's anyone who has signed up, so no one has signed up, it does not preclude you from testifying tonight. If for some reason you'd like to come up and use your 3 minutes, please feel free to do so. You will also have another time at the end of the council meeting. So if as we progress through the meeting, you see something or want to say something about something you see during the agenda, you can do that at the end as well. Okay, seeing none, I'm going to move on to committee reports. Let's see, I have a list. So, Chief Alfano, I'm going to call you up if you would for a moment, please. Just to talk about the item that is at your desk for e-bikes. And then Chief has an example of the situation that we had yesterday that I thought would be interesting to council.
So the e-bike kind of reference thing there, yeah. We're specifically targeting the e-motorcycles. And the way the RCW reflects those e-motorcycles are just like a dirt bike or a motorcycle, whether it's gas powered or electric, doesn't matter. So they can't be ridden on public streets, sidewalks, public property, private property unless you have permission. And so like an example, last night, we had approximately, it was reported as 30 motorcycles, but I don't know if it was that many. We ended up contacting several of them down on the city property behind the sewer treatment plant and up in there. And the kids were riding up in there. And when we contacted them, they were cooperative. They didn't know they couldn't ride there. They didn't know they couldn't ride those on the streets or sidewalks. And so we, they pushed them home and we educated them on what could happen if they're caught on public streets and stuff like that. So we're going to further that with, next week, I think it is, Councilmember Burbrick, is it called Peachtree? So I think, or through the school system?
I think so.
Yeah. Yeah,
Sure.
so we've uploaded that flyer to the Peachtree. Next week, our public information officer, Howells, is going to go on a Zoom or whatever the school district has where he can meet with parents and students live and they can ask questions, and we're going to kind of cover this because it is kind of new to kids. I mean, kids don't know that these are treated by the state as motorcycles. Their parents have bought them for them. They're out riding them, and they can't be. So it's all about education. Public property, they can't be on those. Private property, like the school district property, they can't be on that. They can't be riding on there. The only where they can ride them, just like motorcycles, up in the hills where they're allowed to. And then if they're on private property in the city, that's allowed. If someone says, yeah, come out to my acreage and rip away, go ahead. But they're treated just like a motorcycle. So that's kind of the outreach, because that's the specific problem we've been having in and around town. We see these motorcycles all over the place. And they really kind of heightened. We're not the only agency. Milton PD has just put out a big thing. I mean, all agencies, because these are like the new phenomenon for these kids. And so it's really about education. And so that's what but we can't enforce, because you do have to be licensed. The motorcycles have to be licensed. And so if we catch repeat offenders, we can take action. So.
Very nice flyer.
I'd just like to say, Chief, as late as 2 hours ago, I'm in my backyard doing backyard things, and there were 5 of them back there.
Yeah.
Between the same place you referenced, doing the same stuff,
Yeah.
and better than on the street, but that is city-owned property.
Correct. And so with it being city-owned property, even private property, if you don't have permission to be there and you get hurt there, the liability falls on us. And so it's our job and the community's job to notify us when that's going on, because we can't be in every place at all times. And so when you see them down there, just call the non-emergency line and let them know that there's kids down there, and we'll go down there and have a chat with them. If they're repeat offenders, then we can deal with them accordingly.
So 25 of them went home.
Yeah. Well, I don't think someone said 30, and there was a lot, but we
least they're not flying
contacted
colors
about
yet.
5 or 6, I think. And they were all from that general area. They all lived over on that side of town, and they're all there's properties over there that have free access to that city property. And so, especially off of Rosewood and things like that, so they can get back there. But like I said, it's higher in our priority list, but it's not something that it's an emergency response priority list. So, yeah.
What kind of signage is back there for people to know that it's city-owned property? I haven't been back there. And I'm just curious.
We
what-
dealt with this, not with these motorbikes, but with gas-powered motorbikes. Time flies now,
It was-
probably 3-4 years ago, maybe.
Yeah.
Even longer.
And then,
And we posted it.
mhm.
So, but I don't know the status. I can check. We can check that out.
Because we even had, if I remember right, we even had properties that were kind of utilizing the city property as their own.
Neighboring.
It's like, hey, this is a great little,
Yeah, they were building
go down,
forts
building
and
forts and
tractor with
having fires.
tackle bucket down
Yeah.
there, and it was a big deal.
Yeah,
So,
so
yeah.
we might look into better signage
Better
if we need
signage.
to, or even if we have to fence.
Yeah,
The certain access points that they're getting in, you know, and
yeah.
we can certainly do that. So.
During the work day, I can have the wastewater treatment plant operators kind of peruse that a couple times a
Right.
day in the back too, which will help detour some kids out of there,
Yeah.
hopefully.
School gets out at 2:30. So
Right.
it'd be like
30 to 5. Yeah.
3 to 5 o'clock.
Councilmember Wolfville.
Yeah, I did have a question about like helmets. So regardless of what it is, you still have to have a helmet on.
Correct.
But even if it's one of the e-bikes, now you're talking a DOT helmet, because
With the-
it's a motorcycle, right?
Yeah, with those motorcycles,
Yeah,
so the classification on the e-bikes, the 1, 2, and 3.
yeah,
You're approved with a bicycle helmet, I believe.
Yeah.
But remember, on a class 3 bike, you're not supposed to ride those unless you're 16 or older. And so, you know, the best protective helmet is one that's DOT approved.
yeah, full face helmet.
Yeah, full face helmet and especially on these motorcycles. Because that's the way the state deems these. And so it's no different than if a kid got a brand new, you know, gas powered motorcycle and he wants to rip around town. You can't rip we've never been able to do that since I've lived here.
Yeah.
And so now that we kind of got behind on, because this was a thing and now everybody's getting these e-bikes, these e-dirt bikes, but they're really classified as the same. So.
I see a lot of kids wearing helmets. I see a lot of kids riding around those like motorcycles, dirt bikes.
Yeah.
And they don't even have a bicycle helmet.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? I'm like,
Yeah.
You should have a dirt bike helmet.
yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
Okay.
Anything else, council?
And we'll push this out. We're gonna push this out, like I said, through the school district, through their webinar thing, and then also we'll go through the youth center, get them posted down there. And so the biggest help to the community is, you know, if you see a kid riding on the roads, you know, our non-emergency line is the way to go. And that way we can try to get out there and educate and do what we can to, because the bottom line was, we want to prevent anybody from getting run over, hurt, anything like that. And that's the education piece for us. So
Thank you, Chief.
you're welcome.
The only other thing, couple things I had is that the vac truck naming project has been completed at the Early Learning Center. Principal Randall has 2 options for us to consider, 2 classrooms full that had one idea, one in the other. So I thought what we would do is bring those to you on the work session at the beginning of May, excuse me. And then I asked her if we could do something for the kids. They said they would love that. So I will do a pizza party for the winning class for that. And so we'll get those to you as soon as we can. I also attended the Wilkeson Way Forward, which was packed, which is great. I went to the Pierce County Charter Commission meeting in Ording to get an update on changes to the county charter. And then I also attended Sheriff Swank's kind of a sit and chat, ask questions at the Buckley Library last weekend. So I think that's it. So moving on here. Parks and Community Services is Councilmember Green, but he is not here tonight. Do we have minutes from him?
We do not.
Okay,
And
we'll circle back.
yeah, Aaron's not here either, so.
Okay. That sounds good.
We pretty much talked Miller Park
Yeah.
and the
The
pump
pump
track,
Yeah.
Okay,
real high level.
and I see the signs are out that they're gonna start construction, so.
Yeah,
that's
yep.
great. And then Development Services, Councilmember Arsanto is not able to be here tonight due to a work issue, and so his minutes from his meeting are in the packet. Okay, let's move on to regular agenda. Let's go to resolutions.
Item number 1 is resolution 26-04, adopting the local road safety plan.
Move to approve resolution number 26-04, adopting the city local road safety plan.
Second. Okay, it's been moved and seconded. All those, does anyone have any questions for Mr. Miller, who's available? Seeing none? Okay, all those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed?
Motion carries. Next item is resolution number 26-05, adopting the city sidewalk and ADA transition plan.
Move to approve resolution 2605, adopting the city sidewalk and ADA transition plan.
Second.
Okay, it's been moved and seconded. City engineer is here to answer any questions on this item as well. Seeing none. Okay, all those in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries. Next item is the amended interlocal agreement with the city of Ording to provide clerk services.
Move to approve the amended interlocal agreement between the city of Ording and the city of Buckley for temporary clerk services.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded. City Clerk Zumick can answer questions. I think all it simply was that issue of the mileage. It was determined that we needed to go ahead and amend that before we send it back over. So that's what we're here to do tonight. All right. All those in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries.
Staff reports. So we're moving on to finance. First quarter 2026 financial dashboard update. Director Hines, you're up.
Good evening, Mayor and Council. Yes, surprisingly, the first quarter is already over and so is almost April. So what's before you and in your packet is our quarterly dashboard report that we started last year. I feel like it's feedback. Okay, back up a little bit. Can everybody still hear me?
Yes.
So the dashboard report just gives a high level look on a quarterly basis at some of the important revenues in the general fund as well as expenditures, and try and use kind of an easy quick glance color scheme. So anything that's in green is doing from a revenue standpoint greater than expected or expenditure less than budgeted. Yellow is kind of right within range, and then red would be anything that's lower than expected or for some reason we have a cautious outlook on. So you'll see on the dashboard report in the general fund overall total revenues, we're doing well. The big piece in the general fund for right now that's skewing things is the property tax, because we don't receive our largest deposit of that until April. I don't know why it's doing that. Okay.
I can't turn it down.
Okay, that's fine. So come second quarter, that'll even out a little bit more. We'll be probably halfway through almost getting our property tax at that point. Looking at some of the other revenues, sales tax, which is our largest revenue source in the general fund, is in yellow. It's at 23%. So it's just below kind of the baseline average of 25%. A lot of the revenues don't come in exactly divided, equally by 12. Sales tax goes up a little bit more at certain points in the year, but we do have a 2-month lag on sales tax. So January sales tax revenue was actually November sales. February was December, which those two are usually fairly good because of the Christmas shopping and holidays. And then March tends to drop quite a bit because everybody gets to January and nobody buys anything, which is what happened. March went down quite a bit. So we'll see how that then translates moving into first part of this quarter. But it's not, it's not in the red. It's not that far down. It was just a little bit down compared to where we wanted to be with that monthly average. Utility taxes are going strong. Business license definitely is going really well. Staff has been really working hard to try and contact the businesses that are in the city doing business, but not located here. So Jessica's been working with our permit tech to look at the list of subcontractors on permits and everything that come in, and be able to contact them to see if they are registered in the city to do business. And I think that's been helping kind of capture all those external businesses that do a lot of work in the city that we don't see a physical presence for. Building permits and planning fees are doing well. Building permits, we did a conservative estimate again this year, just with the economy being kind of uncertain when we especially did the 26 budget, or in 24, and then when we did the mid-buy update even last fall, pretty uncertain. So we still left a conservative estimate in for building permits, but we're tracking pretty well on that, and we know there's several coming up in the pipeline over this next couple of months that will keep us on track. Passport revenue is on track. We are down from last year at this time, but we are staying kind of steady right now. The big push last year was because of the Real ID at this time, and so now it's just kind of people getting new ones with summer coming up, and wanting to travel. One area that I put in the report that's not necessarily in the general fund, but kind of important to track, is our REIT revenue. That's capital related only. It comes from the sale of the houses, and it has to be used for capital expenditures. We used a lot towards City Hall remodel over the last couple of years, and now we'll be using that revenue towards the Miller Park project. And so home sales have been going strong, especially with the new houses, and so we're kind of above target on the REIT revenue. Our general fund expenditures, the main areas are salaries and benefits, and so there are a little bit of vacancies, so we are a little bit under budget right now on that, and so we're tracking along with that. I'm happy to answer any questions that council may have on that.
Seeing none. Thank you,
Right.
Director Hines. City Administrator.
A little recruitment update on the Public Works Director vacancy. I believe that was posted, Treva, last Monday, a week ago, yesterday. And we've received 9 applicants so far, so we are getting some people interested. So quick update on that. We've promoted our current parks worker into a vacant utility position starting May 4th. So there is an external posting right now for the parks position. Yeah, that's about what I have.
It will actually be posted tomorrow if anybody's looking.
Oh.
Sorry.
Okay, I thought it was posted, but tomorrow.
The only thing, could you speak to the June 14th, the day of service? We moved the,
Beautify Buckley Day of Service. It was moved. Erin ended up moving that it was supposed to be Sunday, and she moved it to June 14th due to lack of participation. So that'll be coming next month. Well, in June.
okay. So one more time for public comment. If anybody has anything they would like to add, please feel free to come up. Seeing none. Council member comments and good of the order.
Just a quick
Councilmember
question.
Wolfville.
Is this okay to go out, chief? Yes. Okay,
I would write the non-emergency number on the back of it for your reference.
yeah, okay. I just, think it'd be good to post it, if it's okay to go out on the neighborhood pages and stuff, we'll start trying to.
Yeah, we're gonna list it out on our social media and city website.
Would you like me to wait? Would you like?
Yeah, maybe wait
Okay.
until then, until we meet with the school district, and it's been distributed to the school district already.
Okay,
But the mass will come out.
okay, I'll wait then. Perfect.
Councilmember Smith.
I found out tonight something I didn't want to find out, and what I would like to speak to, and I'm sorry, Mayor, for this, is somebody that is a Buckley son, the son of a former mayor, a retired law enforcement officer like I am, retired Washington State Trooper, and a longtime representative of the 31st Legislative District in 2 different settings, 2 different terms. And something that I will always remember, when he was nominated and confirmed by the United States Senate to be the U.S. Marshal for Western Washington, Eric Robertson has left us, and he's with the Lord, and had a medical issue. I grew up around him, even though I was from Enumclaw, 2 years older than me, and he made a difference in this community, in this legislative district. And if I could have everybody please stand for a quick moment of silence, that would be great. Thank you.
Anyone else have anything? Accept a motion to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries.
Thank you.